Hello everyone, welcome back to the Health Formula Show. It's Paula here, certified nutritionist and functional medicine expert. And we are back with another episode to help you uncover the root causes of your symptoms and take back control of your health. Now, if you missed last week's episode, please make sure to go back and listen because we spoke all about the real reason you're feeling anxious all the time. And trust me, it's not just stress. That episode ties beautifully into today's show because today we are talking about testosterone. And no, this is not just for men. Testosterone is one of the most misunderstood hormones. And yes, it's one of the most important for both men and women. So I want to start by busting the myth that testosterone is just a male thing, because it's not. Women need testosterone just as much for energy, for motivation, for sex drive, muscle mass, mood, and even cognitive function, by the way. And in my practice, when I run a Dutch test, for example, which is a very simple at-home urine test on women, I often see testosterone come back very low. And so many of their symptoms, think fatigue, low motivation, low libido, brain fog, can be treated back to that. And a big part of my work is helping women raise testosterone naturally. And when we do, they feel like themselves again. So if you've always thought that testosterone was not relevant to you as a woman, please do think again, okay? Now, I want to move on to men. And this is where I want to really sound the alarm because so many men, even young men in their late 20s or early 30s, are already injecting testosterone. And this is so unhealthy because testosterone replacement therapy is one of those treatments that once you start, your body often becomes reliant on it. Your natural production starts to shut down and it becomes a slippery slope that is very hard to reverse. And research shows that if you begin TRT early, you may never get your levels back naturally. So before you go down that road, ask yourself the real question. How much sleep are you getting? How's your stress? What's your protein intake like? Are you deficient in zinc, magnesium, or vitamin D? Because your doctor is not going to test for that, I can guarantee you that. And the truth is that cortisol, which is your stress hormone, as it goes up, testosterone goes down. It has an inverse ratio. And if your body is constantly stressed, running on high cortisol, testosterone is going to plummet. But people always want the shiny object, right? They want the quick fix. They want the shilajit. They want the ashwagandha. They want that magic pill. But here's the reality, you cannot build a strong house on a weak foundation. It's impossible. And if you don't have your foundation right, none of those things will work. None of those things will truly move the needle. So let's talk about the foundation, okay? Because the first place that we need to start is with inflammation. Do you have a leaky gut? Have you tested for that? Have you tested your gut with the comprehensive stool test? Do you have candida overgrowth? Do you have dysbiosis? Do you have heavy metal toxicity? If your body is inflamed, it's not time to start adding zinc and magnesium and vitamin D, shilajit and ashwagandha or maca powder. You need to remove first. And that is why in functional medicine, we start clearing the body, cleaning. And a functional medicine detox, for example, like the 21-day reset, is often where I begin with my clients. So if your body is inflamed, testosterone production is always going to struggle. Now, strength training is another huge lever, by the way, okay? Because 2 to 3 sessions a week is ideal. Building muscle sends your body a signal to increase testosterone. And when we have sleep, which is just as critical, okay? It's not just how much you're sleeping, but when. Your circadian rhythm matters because if you're going to bed at midnight or later, you are missing your opportunity for peak testosterone production. You're also missing your melatonin window, which means that you will not restore properly. And the sweet spot is being asleep. 11 is maximum, okay? At the very latest, lights off, no bright light in the bedroom, and protect those key hours between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. That is when your body sets the tone for dopamine, for thyroid function, for cortisol and testosterone. Most of your testosterone is produced when you sleep. And let's talk about your nutrition and supplementation, because the truth is that you will not get everything that you need from food alone. It's not going to happen. I've run thousands of labs and not a single person has been 100% complete in all of their nutrients. Not even myself. Soil degradation has completely stripped minerals from our foods. Stress increases our demand, and most people have gut issues that impair absorption. And that is why supplementation is not optional anymore. It's truly foundational, it's critical, it's necessary. And in our practice, a daily foundational protocol always starts with an all-in-one. So for example, like the Daily Essential Formula. So something that has all of the activated vitamins, bioavailable minerals like zinc picolinate and magnesium glycinate, all of your amino acids, and the correct dosages that actually make a difference, okay? And then on top of that, we add the omega-3s, a good quality, omega-3, clean, pure, and strong, and then vitamin D as well. And if you want, to go the extra mile, a good quality greens powder that has like adaptogens, for example, the Daily Super Greens, that will give you all of the phytonutrients and all of the stress support. This is the foundation. Every human being should be on this because without it, your testosterone will not hold. And here's why. If you don't have enough vitamin C, if you don't have enough vitamin D, if you don't have enough zinc or magnesium, forget about testosterone. You might have enough in your teenage years, yes, or early 20s, but eventually your stores will deplete and your production will drop. That's just how it works. It's how biology works. And this is why I'm such a big proponent of supplementation, good quality supplementation, because I have seen the data in labs. I see it every single week. And if you're just thinking, well, okay, I'm just going to take 1 or 2 pills. Remember, dosage matters. Most multis have very little amounts that don't move the needle. You need therapeutic levels. That's why you need to purchase your supplements from functional medicine companies. Once a foundation is set, your gut is healed, your inflammation is down, your nutrition is covered, then you can start adding more stuff like a good magnesium before bed, 2 to 3 capsules, some adaptogens if your cortisol is high, which is why I love that, we build them inside the Daily Super Greens. Herbs like ashwagandha can really help, but only when the foundation is strong. And the final point is that if you're considering TRT or if your doctor is pushing you towards it, don't do it. Unless you've done everything else first. Build the foundation first, build the house first, and then decide. Because what they don't tell you is that once you go on testosterone, you may never get your natural levels back. It should only be considered much later in life, perhaps in your 60s or beyond, and even then at the lowest possible dose, because there are consequences to these things. So let's recap. Testosterone is not just for men. Women need it as well, for energy, mood, motivation, vitality, all of that. Don't rush into injections, especially if you're young. Start with the foundation, lower down inflammation, heal your gut, strengthen, your muscles, protect your circadian rhythm, cover your nutrition with proper supplementation. Build that first, and then you can layer in advanced tools if you'd like. That is how you increase testosterone naturally and safely. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope that you found this episode helpful. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, so you can see all new episodes, popping up on your feed. See you next week. And before you go, take a moment to acknowledge yourself for wanting to become the healthiest version of yourself. Before you head off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a weekly episode. We cover everything from functional medicine to gut health, to hormones, to weight loss, to skin health, to natural beauty, you name it. All of the topics that truly matter. And if there's something that you would love me to cover, just drop it in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.